Welcome, puzzle players, to the sequel to the Gary Open Finals. Surprise! The world the world may march on, but I this finals, at least for now, shall forever remain true. Cards versus FFR Pro for the final match for S Hard. I am S1X/6. I tried to take down the Puzzle Legends. It did not work. And that is why I am sitting over here as punishment to watch the salt that is S Hard take place. And with me in this bowl of spicy lemon nachos is I like being smart, who suffered a similar fate. Hello.
What's up, Six? Yeah, a fate of. I feel like I've already played one round of S Hard today. Uh, if you did not see the earlier match with me and Deagle, I won't overly spoil it, but I feel like I've played a round of S Hard already, so I can't wait to watch more of it. But yeah, we're today's folks that we just oh my god, it's been so long since I've commentated. Yeah, this is gonna be a great match. It's gonna be a rematch banger, and I cannot wait to figure out where it's gonna go.
Again, these despite three other puzzlers trying to take him down, both these two players definitely had the best technique and execution combined, which is why they managed to get wins in the easy to S hard games. Both of them took both of them got to the third game, got kind of interesting, but that little bit of skill edge was the difference and why they are directly in S hard because the player turnout skipping right over V hard and getting into the juicy part.
Yeah, exactly. Normal mode. Goodness gracious, that's it's this is worth rewatching because it's been a very spicy day here. And yeah, whenever the players are ready, we can get going with some S hard.
It looks like
Now
our
we
players are
both
warmed up.
know that well both these players have a sub 20 S hard, but it is tournament mode, so you never know what's going to happen, but the proficiency cannot be denied between FFR and cards. So I you really don't know who has the edge on I mean, I don't. Maybe you have some inside knowledge, Six, but I have no idea who's going to take it. We'll just have to kind of base it off the first game and see who's playing better. Um, because especially coming off of the slower more modes of normal and easy, like not that as hard's fast or anything, but it's definitely a different mindset to shift into versus if you were we were going from V hard to S hard like we were in the Gary Open. So it'll be interesting to see, if, especially these first couple stages, how these players are going to adjust. Um,
Both players got the opening attacks in. FFR's Gary was way more cooperative. I was having to send follow-up combos to try and get him when the next combo garbage drops, potentially. It's not
ooh,
going to be here because of the yellows. Well, messes up the next clear, but is able to get out of that one, and is now
yeah,
Garbage is going to be clearing for a while, so he has to be trying again. FFR completes his attack on Brock. The shake time lets him get to the left side, and that 4 combo lets him get to the right side.
yeah, oof. So when it comes to reset strats, Cards and I were kind of the community members latest to the reset strat game. So it's always interesting for me, at least, as someone who was kind of the last to adopt the reset strats, kind of, what
Ooh, okay.
decisions, he makes, and then FFR being more experienced with that because the
Brock?
reset strats are real,
Brock?
right? I have come around. There's no way around
Okay.
it. So, um, yeah, FFR waiting out that Brock. This is good stuff so far from
I
both
mean,
sides.
Brock was one swap away from turning that entire series of garbage blocks into combos, but then he just went somewhere else and then collapsed. I We'll take those sometimes. Would have
we
been
take we take
immediate
all of
reset
those.
if he actually touched all those combo blocks.
Yeah.
Cards
Oh,
low right side
nice.
Brock and perfect
Very nice.
execution.
Oh,
FFR chaining as much as possible, waiting for Misty to start a chain. It's not there, just cuts it off at the third. Maybe we'll have trouble arranging stuff on the left side, but has enough time for that. And this is now a bit dangerous. Yep. Reset after touching the big block. Will Cards Misty be any better on the first try?
yeah. Separating those chains a little bit. Not quite getting the big buildup that we
That's
might
all.
want.
That's all panels. Cards is going to see how this resolves. Like, there's a chance. It's not the greatest chance.
Very nice timing from FFR there.
As FFR wanted.
Very good.
Cards' gamble did not pay off and has to try Misty again.
And it's like, oh, one stage lead. Yeah, one stage lead means nothing in SR. Especially this early. It's useless pretty much. So I cannot wait to see how this plays out. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and that's hard for sure. So, and if it's a sprint, you're probably getting a PP or something close to it. So
That Misty cut the chain way too early and is still giving Cards trouble. Third
ah,
time's out. That can still happen when they're out of position and there's not a lot of shake time
he's
above.
that second tier from Misty there on Cards' side extended this, and he's just gonna peace out. I think that's a good call.
FFR's starting the
Starting
chain
a
a little bit
little
high up.
high.
Yep, but was finding extensions for a while, but now I can just arrange that. Try again. I think
Oh,
Cards is Misty
oh,
down now.
yeah, there we
There we
go.
go.
Wow. I'm not the greatest at screen watching, so I always get fascinated when I do commentary about what the other computer is doing because I very rarely get to see it in my own games while things are happening. So, but it's so impressive how these top tier players can balance all that out and just know how it's one because it's like knowing,
Yeah.
but it's also having the faith of knowing that you're going to be fine too. Yeah, S-Hard is way more complicated than you might think. Just kind of on first glance, there's a lot going on that you need to consider.
Yeah, I've
Um,
been attempting to grow another eye. It hasn't worked so far, but until then, I just use peripheral vision on the CPU side of the board to see, maybe not their exact panel layout, but when they're probably going to be ending their chain pretty soon. Based on all the data I've seen, that is Koga going to one row of panels and having
oh,
nothing get crushed.
nice conch there. Let's go. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, it's so fun when that happens.
And if everything tells me they're about to end their chain, then unless I am way short on lines, I will end my chain and then just hope. But sometimes it's not easy to detect, or you notice it too late and they raise one line to be able to get out of your almost perfectly timed attack, and then you're just salty for days.
Yeah, that's some high tier rip and pepperoni feels right there. Oh,
Bottom row
oh,
for Sabrina, but doesn't have enough time because
wow.
the
Oh,
time earlier. Ooh, okay. Again, you don't rely on S-hard opponents to timeout, but
Hmm.
it can happen in places. It can happen on the second half, rarely. Varying chains, smart swaps to not get accidental matches while going for other chains. Now just trying to extend chain as long as possible. Probably cutting it off here when he sees the Bruno where Brain was ending his chain.
Oh?
Raises a bit, but is not addressing the garbage blocks yet.
What?
And just gives up. Okay.
Sure. We take those. I don't know what Blaine was trying to go for there.
This is also why you don't reset the stage until they actually touch the garbage block,
Yeah,
because
that
you
that's
think they're gonna
something
do
I've
something,
definitely had to learn.
and
Is
then nope. Just want to do this. Oh no! Cards' Erica didn't realize she was supposed to be blinded. That's not nice.
Alright.
No!
Wow. No!
No!
Wow, that's so inconvenient. He would have been fine.
Everything about that felt illegal.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Now we've got like a 4-stage lead here.
Tracy
Tracy
using up
finishing
almost
up.
everything except the
Oh, here we
res.
go.
But
Another
clears
situation
that.
of a kind of trapped 4 blocks. So we'll see what Tracy
This
does
should be
here.
fine. He's not gonna see anything above that coming up,
Oh,
and there he goes. Well, FFR doing just fine in this run so far, but there is any given stage can start to hard stick even the Puzzle Legends. So still have to play well, and then still have to get cooperation to be able to advance. That's FFR recognizes he should drop this now, and does. And is the garbage block big enough? It is, and
oh,
that is perfect.
oh, so pretty. Oh no.
Koga also doesn't quite have enough time. If that was Rocket, they might have had to speed it down stack that, but not quite there. So Card's keeping this as alive as possible, hoping for some more trolling to happen on FFR's side. Low left on Gia? Low everything. No, we need a lot more. We need a lot more ammo because of that.
Okay.
It's not
No, this.
clearing the panels
Yeah.
too brightly, but finds a way there. Oh, wait a second. This can work.
Oh yeah, that's
He's
totally gonna
gonna
work.
he's gonna match the bottommost horizontally, and then he's gonna not leave anything
Yeah.
left.
No second tier.
Goodbye.
Nice. Mm. Yeah,
Cards
cards
with
just getting just a little bit unfortunate with what the garbage is spawning here.
hoping that Sabrina panels out. It's not gonna be on this set of garbage blocks, though. Maybe a little bit optimistic. But also still pretty low at times, so they give you just enough hope for you to preserve just so they can squash it even worse later.
Yeah.
Just like that. Which he does get a horizontal, but uses up so many panels on the left side that it doesn't have a chance to link up with the garbage block. But then the horizontal, oh no!
Oh,
With like
yikes.
6 panels left. And that's going to arrange the yellows on the left
Yeah.
and get out of that.
Wow. It's just more proof that sometimes you can just do so much and just get so much right, and that it's just like, nope. Hi, I'm S Hard. Nice to stop you from attaining your goals.
That's a 7, but that's fine. FFR finds the other 4 immediately, and is now just extending. No, Richie ends that chain way too fast. FFR's probably going to extend as far as possible. Richie doesn't really cooperate. Wait. No. Yes?
Yellow
No.
sweetie? Yeah.
Okay, he's going to wait. It's not a direct clear on the garbage block. He can still do a dumb here.
Oh! Oh.
Almost.
Depending
He
on
is
where
still going to go
cards
down
drop,
to row 2.
depending on where cards drops this, it might make up a little bit of time here. I don't see anything. Okay.
Blaine does not
Okay.
get to something that can resolve that. So cards out of the first half of S hard in about 13 minutes. Maybe not up to his standards, but to the standards of any mere mortal watching this. That's still pretty good, all things
Yeah.
considered.
Very good, yeah.
MFR using cursor speed to get to all of these extra chains.
Yeah.
Up to the 12 chain, waiting for Richie to stop. Don't see it, don't see it!
Whoa! Oh! Oh!
Gee,
Wow!
gotcha baiting is... It almost feels like a sinister entity more than a computer. I don't see it, I don't see it. JK, LOL.
Yeah. Wow, that's garbage! That's so garbage!
Tracy has no more panels.
Here we go.
Okay, swiggity swooty. Stage by stage, card is making up the gap here. This attempt on Richie work. Richie cuts it off early again. It's not left. Oh, the purple's on the left side. Wait.
Oh!
Does he not? He doesn't
Oh!
see that. Okay, that qualifies. They'll prioritize certain panels first. Ooh, that's a bonk. And sometimes do it on specific columns that don't immediately address the garbage block, so... Sometimes that works out to your advantage. That pullout from FFR to extend it a little bit further. Lorelai's using up pretty much all her panels except the blues. And is not able to arrange them to get the clear. FFR to Lorelai at 15. Could be looking at that sub-20 S-hard. Car's being patient, waiting for Rocket, dropping it because he sees the low left. But Rocket does resolve that. FFR's going for chain after chain, almost like marathon strats. Just being patient. Bruno starts a chain but ends it pretty early. Leaves enough time to get to the left side. The yellow's on that other side. Cars does get the squash on Rocket. Needs to make up 3 stages. It is possible in S-hard. FFR seeing how Bruno clears this. He's at about the 3rd row. Okay, he doesn't have an immediate clear here, so could do a dumb and use up panels horizontally. It's about to get to the next set of garbage blocks. Yeah,
Right.
Cards gets Geo. with just frames. Just missed that match by a frame and is down. Okay. Sometimes you just have an inkling on when to hold out, and that was one of those times.
Yeah, as much skill that there is, I feel like there's a surprising amount of intuition in this game too. When to keep going, when to cut off, and a lot of that is just built out of experience and playing the game and playing the game as I like to joke about playing the game from a speedrunning mindset, not, a casual therapy mindset as I often do. So,
Horizontal. What are these panels?
wow. Very
They just
nicely
had to
cards
be
there.
not purple. Or they maybe even could have been purple, but not in that exact position. No, okay. Whatever. We toss the salt away and try it again.
Ooh. Nice swap from cards to keep that chain going. Is that cutoff gonna work?
That's a little bit early. Still might leave the yellows on the
Blues,
left
maybe?
side.
Oh, no, that's beautiful. That's gorgeous.
Cards is now within one stage. The Lorelei attack on FFR didn't work, and he has to restart that. The Gary attack, they all blend together into a massive pile of salt sometimes. It's fine. This is Gary Oak from Pallet Town. He has a Nidoqueen that sounds mysteriously like the stock bear sounds, but sure. There go those combo blocks, and just free to address the big block. For us to try again. Cards holding out on the Bruna for now. Maybe because he set up the double fours again on the next set of garbage. And Bruno is using up a decent amount of panels there. It depends on how the next small blocks fall. So right side, there's a left side. There's a reset. 11 chain, 12 chain, 13 chain, garbage block the size of Gary's board, just hoping he'll use up his resources. Not there. Maybe on this drop. He might clear the greens before he clears the fourth row. Nope. Both players resetting their respective stages. And despite how much you think you deserved that win on the previous stage, and you just have to play it all over again, you can't let it affect your performance on the next stage, or you'll have even less of a chance of getting the correct attack.
Oh, absolutely. The tilt is so real in this game. If there's a lot
No!
of mental endurance that needs to happen in order to
Well, the delay
play
between
this
that
game
combo
consistently.
garbage let Gary raise the one row he needed to not get confused killed.
And cards had a chance there with some
Okay, Gary's gonna
poor down
have the
stacking,
tier
but
2! Wait. If ever can drop another block, he may not have enough. Don't let him raise. No.
oh
No!
wow.
This is so painful. I'm not the one playing. All you can do is try the attack yet again. This is where both players are kind of getting walled for a bit. That could work if the follow-up is in, and it is in. Go away, Gary. Ah, smell you later. Okay, now, this opening attack on Mewtwo is important. For those that haven't visited Mewtwo that often, you kind of need to do well on this stage, because if he defeats you, you have to play Gary again.
Yeesh. Who wants to go back to Gary 2? Not me.
We're going maximum extension, and it might work perfectly.
Yeah, this... Oh! Oh!
Mewtwo is
Hey!
free.
Very nice drop there from FFR at the end. Real high execution and awareness throughout this run from Thomas. And yeah, I think Cards was equally as good, just got a little bit unlucky in spots. But, you know, both these players are going to be very high tier, you know, previous winners of Pokemon Puzzle League major tournaments, you know, long time rivals in various contexts. So it was, you know, we always knew it was going to be a close match. It's often just who shows up on the day. Any given Sunday or some sports ball meme like that. So
Control your inner nature. Control your.
The difference really was in, like, cooperation. I didn't see too many flaws in, like, the opening attacks. Pretty much all of them were as intended. I mean, there were follow-ups from both players, just that when they barely don't get there in time, it can feel really bad sometimes. But despite the, like, 10 attempts on the second Gary, FFR still managed to get the attacks in and eventually get the crushes that he always desires. I was going to continue playing this out for now to try and get to end and defeat the Mewtwo as we all desire. Immediate fours, then just adding extra lines until they stop chaining. This Gary stopped training a little bit too soon, so it's probably going to get to this big block. I have to try again because the clearing of that garbage block will take forever. It's these resetting these stages that makes the speedrun somewhat bearable, because if that wasn't in your arsenal, you would sometimes just have to wait it out in a big war of attrition, like the first time I beat S-Hard, where some stages can balloon to 5, 6, 7, 9 minutes. I believe I've spent more than 12 minutes on S-Hard Mewtwo at times. Yeah.
yeah, long stages in Pokemon Puzzle League. Great for Zen, bad for speedrunning.
Maybe one day they'll approve the ultra hardcore mode, where you go through every stage up to S-Hard. No stage resets. If you die, you
Yes.
die in real life.
Oh.
There goes Mewtwo.
Right, that took a twist I was not expecting.
It's all good now because the second Mewtwo has fallen. Cards lock into time a little above 26 minutes compared to FFR's 22 minutes and change. Like, two respectable S-Hard times that would come well underestimated in a marathon setting. FFR has the edge in this particular race, and the first win of 2 needed to become this month's champion.
Guess it was just a dream. Whoa! It wasn't a dream after all, Pikachu. We really did win.
Both players are currently
Congratulations.
desalinating
You won.
and getting ready
For another one.
for race number 2 coming up pretty shortly. Again, I think both players have been doing the tech they wanted. I don't expect any major macro or micro changes going on. Just continue
Yeah,
to use that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, at least in the first sends, like, if there was anything really that needs to be changed. But I think that a lot of their first sends were just super solid, and then you just leave it up to the computer to see what they want to do. But I
I
mean,
mean, sometimes I
it,
say, okay, their board is low, I'm cutting off the attack, but then the panel's just fallen away, it chains 2 more times anyway.
yeah.
And I suffer from success. Game number 2 is go.
Way to go!
Both players have the double 4s in. I'm waiting for the opportune moment. Cards actually drops it when the scary is fairly high. He's not really addressing the garbage blocks yet. Could time out if he keeps dawdling around.
I saw that drop, and I was like, I saw the greens at the last second. I was like, I don't know.
Nope, both of
You
them
know
got
what you're
things.
doing, but oof. That was spooky there for a sec.
FFR trying again first. Cards' scary keeps debating the ability to time out fairly soon, but just barely gets there. A lot of stuff's going to happen on Tier 2, and there's no indication if he'll see it or not. Well, time's out there. And FFR gets the quick kill on the second attempt, and they both move on to Brock. Waving in the 5 combos, Cards trying for a bonus combo on the other side, while still maintaining the original chain. Another drop in the middle. The possibility of Brock timing out, but instead he goes for a swag 8 combo. But times out as soon as the garbage on the left resolves. Okay. FFR's Brock had too many panels though, and he has to try that again. Not even too many panels for Cards on that side, but
Yeah.
no, he's aware of Misty's left. And there's just barely enough combo garbage to follow up. Tower crushed. Similar case with the Brock. No. Too early for this.
Yeah, one line short there for FFR. That's, to me, I will speak for myself, that's one of the most frustrating feelings. Especially if you're looking over and you can see out of the corner of your eye that stack go up, and it's like, oh, really?
Doubly
Did
worse
I not?
if you have sent it, but it just doesn't get there in time.
Playtime is over.
Oh, no, that's... Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Cards got Surgeon one. Awkward stack on Brock's left side is a timeout. And it's Cards with the early lead. I say that almost as if it matters at all.
Not much. I think in the early levels, you can definitely make a case for having, a 2-stage lead being pretty decent.
Second row horizontal lets Erica get out of that. Bottom row horizontal lets Misty get out of that. It's annoyance all over the place. That's all combo garbage, so Card's gonna try that again. FFR Misty spending a staggering amount of time not clearing anything, but still surviving because Pokemon Puzzle League.
Cards could potentially has a good setup here. That high left pillar.
Oh, messes up the clear with the greens. Might find something else. No.
Oh, good.
We out.
Nice.
Meanwhile,
Those are some of my
maximum
favorite
extension.
wins, where it's like, oh, that could have been bad, but it wasn't. We take those, and then you move on.
FFR extended up to a 15 chain to wait for the right opportunity. And doesn't seem like this was it. Although Misty could still do a dumb. Nope. Looks like Koga cleared the small blocks early, so...
Yeah,
wow, did not let gravity kick in to let the clear on the big block happen.
Yeah.
And this is what we mean when we say that sometimes the S-hard opponents are too fast for their own good. If that was a slower opponent, they would have kept surviving.
Yeah.
Very interesting how that can work sometimes. Too fast for their own good.
You won't escape. I told you so. Way to go!
This arena just never started a chain.
Play
Yeah.
with me.
So we'll try that again. Maybe this time FFR will find the kill on Misty. Does not quite have the speed needed to keep extending the chain, but maybe alright as long as there's follow-ups. And Misty does not see that. Finally. Okay, it's a bit of a sticking point, but FFR can start a bit of a run back now. Okay, so this is Sabrina not going for the clear. And running out of room. There was nowhere for FFR's chain to go, so that's going to be a... That was actually very close to like a 12-second kill. Catching him out of position. This might still make him time out. That chain's gonna borrow some stop time. That was very close. Almost worked. This game has a weird way of stalling you out when you've done like 4 like perfectly set up attacks in a row, and then you do a really a really bad 4-line attack that you mess up extending, and so that's the one that quick kills them. And you learn bad lessons. Now that Surge has the stars right there.
And the triangles. Oh! It's like FFR's Surge downstrack the triangle's very strange. However, there's 10 gazillion years of stop time, so it made up for it. But
Good attack from cards is ruined by Blaine's row 2 horizontal, but is using up a ton of panels, so gonna stick around for this. Clearing 6 panels at once here. Will he panel out, or is this just an extended debating? Horizontal from FFR's Surge, but messes up that bottom row horizontal clear. At the same time, that card crushes Blaine to be out of the first half of S Hard in about 10 minutes. About 3 minutes faster than last time, so probably feeling a little bit better at current standing.
yeah, 10 minutes halfway through is still very good. It seems like it's not good, but it really is quite good. So
All our references are up to the standards of, like, each other. Wow, that is so rude, Tracy. Even just the potential you, the regular puzzler, seeing this can still participate in any or all of these tournaments. Improve your skill. Talk to us. Share the. Welcome, puzzlers. All right, let's just take a little bit of a moment to commend Cards of the Heart's ability to both play and host this tournament with all of the resources that it requires. Unfortunately, if his own software goes down, so does the entire stream, which is unfortunate. But after some discussions, players have agreed that we are going to start race number 2 from the very beginning, so we can have as much maximal puzzling as possible. I believe both players are fine with this. The stakes are not super high, so it's all for the good of the love of the game and the entertainment. So that we are getting set up to start again. And here we go. FFR versus Cards of the Heart in the finals of the Pokemon Puzzle League Brock Open. I'm your commentator 6. People are disappearing around me. The light is getting dimmer, but we must S hard, and so we shall. A bit of an interesting opening attack from FFR. Oh! Gary came extremely close to doing the thing where he just raises himself to death, but stopped one row short in one of the strangest ways to KO a PPL opponent. Didn't work. FFR tried some other combos, but that didn't work either. Both players are starting to Gary again. Okay, this time both players have the double fours in. I was waiting for the right attack to drop onto the Gary. It looks like both of them are getting out again. There's the potential for timeouts. There it is in cards aside. No, the shake time there it isn't on FFR's side. And cards out of stage 1 first. Some weeding from cards on different halves of the board to try and get more efficient big attacks.
No problem. No problem.
FFR's Gary out of position enough to time out there, going up to Brock as well. Whereas Brock's still resolving stuff enough that card says let's do this again. FFR just extending, waiting for the right timing, hoping Brock's going to start chaining, eventually, someday, hopefully before Tuesday. There's some chains. Pillar holds on cards aside, and FFR's patience is rewarded with Brock being confused. Both of them right on to Misty. What a combo burst from cards. I don't know if that's what he wanted, though, because short attacks work in lower difficulty modes. Here they're a little bit too risky because of how fast CPUs are. That said, there's still a chance of timeout here. There was. Both players going to try that again. Not just have a good battle, but have a great battle. Okay, cards weaving in the 8. I believe that does still qualify for the other small block. And that's what he wants. Misty down. FFR's having to go for a big extension, waiting for... No, Misty had options, they just didn't happen there. Yeah, it's one half of the combo blocks. That's the other half. Still gonna try and hold out until the next big block clear. There it is. We're still waiting, hoping for something. Okay, it's going to take a while to set up a clear on top. It could have been the yellows. Now it's going to be the reds. That's a timeout. FFR checking. Was hoping Misty would chain more than that. Instead has to chain 16 times. Hoping for the start again. Rewarded? Rewarded? We'll call that rewarded. The patience paid off. Misty uses up all of the things. And if I guess go to stage 4. Now Card's doing the pretty much maximum extension, waiting for Erica. Stops right there. There's some shake time. Don't see it. Doesn't see it. And it's Erica down. Ooh, and a quick kill as FFR surges forward.
Do you choose to battle me?
Keeping this within one stage, and just another one of those, and FFR is right back in this, potentially evening it up.
Bell time. Bell time. Bell time. Bell time. Bell time. Bell time.
This Koga's going low. If Cards has sent enough, he could just be crushed. Give that Crusherino. Bit of awkward stacking from Erica. Might still use up panels in a bad way. Doesn't see a win in the near future there. He's gonna try that again. Low left on Sabrina, and Card sees it. Oof. Dropped exactly enough garbage. Setting exactly enough lines. Seeing the opponent's side of the board, knowing exactly when to cut it off. Masterclass tech. And FFR not that far behind, getting a decent quick kill on Erica. Just needs to get a couple of these opponents in one attempt and maybe cause some extra trolling on Card's side. This blade is probably not going to end immediately. Although he is using up stuff, but it has, despite the follow-up combo garbage, had a clear ready. Ooh, yes, that feels good. There was no shake time on that garbage dropped on Koga, because it required so few lines, because there was such a stack difference on one half versus the other, that the big garbage block didn't even enter the field, and therefore there was no big garbage block shake. And so he just immediately popped out of existence. That feels good. Yo, that's a 9-minute first half for Cards.
Let's get going.
We really do want maximum puzzles. And if Cards can keep this up, that is what we're going to get for today. But still an entire second half of S-Hard to go, until we know that's happening for sure. Cards cutting enough there. Tracy doesn't have a lot of options left, is going to get that left side garbage, but there's just no panels left. Cards out of Tracy. Right around the time FFR is out of Sabrina, keeping up a 2-stage lead, coming up into the most agonizing parts of S-Hard. Weaving in the 9 combo because Rocket is using up panels incredibly fast. And they're confused. There we go. So there is still an advantage to weaving in combos while keeping up your initial chain, because if these opponents, especially in the latter half of S-Hard, are popping panels extremely fast, you kind of have to get lines at that efficient a speed to be able to crush them up at the top, or at least confuse them up at the top. Okay, a little bit of a misinput from Cards there. It might not matter if the right side garbage block is in. Giovanni is not supposed to see anything below, above that little block, and yet he does. It's like a personal attack against you directly.
The world will be mine.
FFR's Blaine looks low, but is still leaving at least one little clear every single time. Giovanni does run out of panels there, so cards can move on to the Puzzle Elite.
I'm ready. Are you?
The margin is now 4 stages. Oh, there's multiple juggles going on Cards' side. Still has the brain power to juggle all of that correctly. Might be rewarded with a low left side Richie. Oh no. Oh no. Wait. Wait. No. It looked so good. And then just denied. Alright, Richie is clearing a lot of panels at the same time. It's going pretty low. There are 3 rows of tier 2 going on. And there's probably just going to unlock that set. But then maybe he'll use it up before clearing the next set of garbage. The answer is no. No, he does not. Blaine gets out of FFR's attack again. Does not have a top garbage block clear, so is using up panels, trying by time. Ah, but eventually gets there. Unlucky. Cards timed that attack the best he could, given when Richie stopped. Really? That's how he gets out of that one? You always find new and exciting ways to get salty the more you play S-Hard. All of these niche situations that you haven't seen before that denies you the win. FFR finally gets the kill he wants on Blaine to start entering the second half. Cards is still hoping Richie's will use up the majority of panels. Coming up to the next set of combo blocks. It's not there yet. There it is.
I'm ready. Are you?
I believe FFR saw how low Tracy was on the left. Oh no. Oh! It works. It qualifies. Everything is fine. The garbage block on Richie's slide falls to the second row. Richie is blind. Cards is out of there. FFR did make up 1 stage of ground, but still a ways to go. Oh, I'm sorry. There's still a way to go! That's more like it.
I'm gonna take you down.
This rocket's probably going to use up most of their panels. Could be a good break for FFR. Seriously? Rocket left that? Okay, now Lorelei's used up most of her panels, gets the horizontal on row 2, down stacks, doesn't see anything, is out. Rocket is not out because they saw tier 2, but I don't think they'll see any way to resolve this. Okay, Cards maintaining the 3-stage lead, now going into Bruno.
You've had it.
Leading with a interesting combo burst. Oh, that only sends the one 3-wide block. It was ambitious, but I don't think it's gonna work here. Giovanni using up all their panels? Using up all their panels? It looks so... Okay. Gap has been shrunk down to 2 stages now.
You've had it.
I think Cards ran out of time to extend that further. Kind of a lot of panels on Bruno's side. Probably a clear on the L's right there, and makes him try again. FFR Richie gets out of the small blocks. Ooh, is there any... Is there still garbage to follow up? I mean, even if so, now Richie's cleared out that block is going to have like more than half his board filled with panels. Yeah, that was a little bit optimistic from FFR being able to send and get him in a bad situation there. Cards is Cards is... FFR is doing well. Cards is Bruno. Got out of that situation again. No. That Richie. That was pretty much a perfect attack from FFR, but the bottom row horizontal let him survive. Bruno's playing with tier 2 a bit. Doesn't see anything else. Okay. Card's first one going into Gary 2. Electric Pikachu. As far as Richie gets the alignments in time to clear the combo garbage, and he has to reset the stage. That Gary's going to stop training somewhat early. Cards is trying to send a bunch of follow-ups just in case. I mean, this does bring him down to row 3. He is pinned for now. Extra combos are coming in, so if he does not clear these panels right... Oh, never mind. No! Richie got to raise the one row he needed to not die. Cards basically reset the double 4 attack for another chance to do confusion kill. But Gary already took care of the left side. That's gonna make him take care of the right side. Still going to fight this out for now. Hoping that he won't get to too many more garbage blocks above that. Misses that one due to gravity, but does get that one. Is having trouble clearing the small one on the left. Gets it now. So close and yet so far. But FFR is out of Richie. Getting back within 2 stages. Okay, that was a 5 in Cards' size, so I was maybe going to try and find the second 4 elsewhere. I believe that qualifies. Uh-oh. FFR's Lorelei. Wait. Okay, there could be a genius play. Oh, never mind. Lorelei's gonna clear that bottom block. If he set up the garbage in a way so that Lorelei raised exactly 1 row, it could have been a really funny kill. Unfortunately, not this time. Cards Gary is somewhat low, but able to find his way through. It's going to be double 4 separation again temporarily. Never mind, they're flat. And cleared immediately. Hey, look at this. FFR out of Lorelei. Now just one stage behind. Card's definitely hoping this Gary will be the one. Gary too messed up his chain. Does find the garbage block again. For at least a little bit more clearing. Going to try that again. FFR's attack is in, but Bruno stopped chaining somewhat early too. The shake time is gonna reveal those panels. He might still do a dumb. Might still do a dumb. Might still do a dumb! That's FFR Bruno down. Now how is this Cards Gary going to function? Messes up clear a couple times. Has maybe run himself out of panels. Confused and down. Okay. FR enters Gary, but Cards is entering Mewtwo. This opening attack is going to be incredibly important. Let us all see how it goes. Okay, double fours are already in. Next step, chain as much as possible. Mewtwo's going to end that chain a little bit early. Card's going to cut it off anyway, hoping for the right formation. Card has to send extra garbage as fast as possible because Mewtwo's going to raise! No! FFR just beat Gary. If FFR's opening Mewtwo attack.
I'm going to win.
To be more on point, this could be it.
I'm going to win.
FFR was basically behind this entire second race. He's ending... He's cutting it off intentionally because he saw Mewtwo was cutting it off, but Mewtwo raised too late. Now they're both stuck in Mewtwo land. This means that Mewtwo is going to effectively choose who he wants to win this race now. Just which one's going to run out of panels first. Like, maybe I've seen him time out once across everybody I know, but we're going to have to run him out of panels, basically. Just when will that happen? Because, as you can see, his cursor speed is, legendarily fast. He can get to whatever the heck he wants it. Basically anytime. Both players have the steel blocks in play, hoping that'll slow him down. That's actually too many fours on Cards' side, so the chain on Mewtwo gets all of them at once. Now that's going to continue on. FFR Mewtwo getting kind of low. Not addressing an immediate clear-up yet. We're getting Cards' other steel block. That Mewtwo's down to row 3. Does not clear garbage off the top. Gamers. Gamers! Oh no! Well. Gamers, I made a snide comment, I don't know if it was on stream or not, that how about we have another S-Hard determined by 1 second that didn't involve me? I believe... So... Hey gamers, did you want maximum puzzles today? Basically, this race has finished so close that we're definitely going to count the frames. Usually it's going to tell us what exactly happened here because there could be a delay, like when you hit between when you actually finish and when you hit done on the race time, because at least on the race times that don't count decimals, the finish times are exactly the same. So the first thing that's going to happen is a little bit of the recheck throughout basically the start and the ends of these runs, just making absolutely sure exactly when both players started, and then checking exactly when Mewtwo's cursor disappeared, signaling the end of your input, signaling the exact end of the run. Usually there's going to be enough of a tiny discrepancy that we can still determine a winner out of that, like how I bemoaned the very first time. Man, so in the last major Pokemon Puzzle League tournament, I had the distinct record of having the closest S-Hard result ever, losing by 1 second, and now that has been stripped away from me. Thanks, Cards and FFR. Yay. It was fun while it lasted.
Alright, puzzlers, I need to jump in here, because I'm having a hard time believing this. I have uncontroverted evidence that this is true, but I'm still having a hard time believing it, and I need all of you to understand how close this was. It's hard to get much closer than this. So, as Six relayed from the race chat, I probably started my run like a smidge after the race time timer counted down to 0, but since I integrated my timer with race time, kind of have to count that against my time. So whenever my timer counted down to 0 was when the official race started, and I'm just going to consider that both of our timers were started on time, just to save a little bit of grief from even further analysis that this race may need later. All that being said, I'm going to go ahead and enter the official times here. And this is I'm still going to be dumbfounded by this. So my official time is going to be 25:06.74. FFR Pro's time 25:06.68.
What? Two
so
frames?
that's basically I guess we're recording at 30 frames per second for the purposes of this video. So yeah, that's basically 2 frames. This is a 60 FPS game though, so we can call it 4 frames too. So yeah, there's really no other way to say it. my graphics cave had contained the full result. It is unbelievable. I could not.
Legendary.
I was mentally dumbfounded when that when I saw the cursor timing disappeared. It is so hard to get any closer than this in a race situation. So we need to get through some festivities here. This broadcast has gone on way too long. You might see from the video length on the YouTube archive, this video's gone on too long. We need to go ahead and resolve this. So FFR Pro 21 is gonna get the second Pokeball and the well-deserved win.
GG.
I am floored. I am actually floored. I had an idea that FFR had won that race. I had no inkling it was going to be that close. But, well deserved from such a great player like FFR Pro. So let's go ahead and commandeer this to make this result official. There you have it. 2-0. FFR Pro 21 is your PPL 2025 Brock Open champion. It was less than 1/10 of a second, 6.
It's games of frames. Like, literally. It's... yeah. Thanks for taking that tournament record away from me. But yeah. I don't think you can get closer than that. I will officially just name that now. So, well played, FFR. Every little maneuver counted.
It's going to be a long time before we get a race, an S-Hard race, much closer than that. There's a part of me that feels deflated for not pulling it out in the very end, but this is maximum stream value. This is maximum entertainment value over here, puzzlers. So, yeah, that's there's really no other way to put it. FFR Pro earned it today and will walk away as the PPL 2025 Brock Open champion. FFR Pros here, how are you feeling right now?
Very relieved I don't have to do another S-Hard. Usually with these, like, tiebreakers on race time and all this stuff, I'm usually on the wrong end of it, so... you know, I'm thankful that I was finally on the correct end of one of these ties. But yeah, whew, what a match, boy. It's definitely sweating out waiting for the verdict.
That is going to be one we talk about for a long time. This is actually this is actually insane. This is actually insane. So forgive me for an extra second. I need to like recover from that and then try to record some results here so that way I can accurately keep everyone up to date on the overall standings. So, as soon as I am able to do some copy and pasting here, we will get a current look at our updated tournament standings after this. It is so much harder for 4 matches to be more eventful than this, and we got them all in one tournament. How amazing is that? How amazing is that? I may not ever be able to get over that.
I think I used up all my words. GG's, everybody.
Indeed. Indeed, all the words were used up for sure. Oh, let me confirm that things are adding up correctly, because I'm not 100% sure they are adding up correctly. So if I give this a refresh, it should get the up to date. Yes, we are current. So let's see. Ooh. All right. Let's take a look now at our current leaderboard standings after an eventful Brock Open. It is FFR Pro in a commanding lead with 18 points to my 5 points for second place, followed by Tayman at 4-6. Got another point to go up to 2. Deagle leapfrogs a few people to go up to 1. And I Like Being Smart, Ty, and Kanayo round out your 8 players that have played in these tournaments so far. That's going to be quite the lead to try and overcome for everyone else. FFR, you definitely made it more difficult for everyone else, so thank you for that.
Hey, you're welcome. And I got 6 more tries to make it even more difficult. Yay!
Oh yes, if you win the rest of these tournaments at this rate, we will be completely all over the place in terms of who's going to get top seedings, and we might have to remind ourselves of what kind of format we're going to be adopting for the major tournaments going forward. So the top seeds will be even more important to get going forward than we have now. So the fight for the top 4 will be incredibly real, and if this keeps up, the top 4, top 8 might get very, very congested. But with that out of the way, puzzlers, I think it is time to finally call it a day. What a tournament, what great matches. They were all great for their own reasons. FFR, any final thoughts on how the turn played out, how you played today, how everything happened? What's your takeaway from today?
Yeah, it was a very squeaky one right at the very end. But shoutouts to the hard panels, being on my side. And also shoutouts to Cards' PC crashing in the original game too. Guys remember the old PoopNet days. Might have to change that to the Poop PC. Oh, I think it's some designers to design that email for Cards.
Hey, the garbage block hit Cards' PC at just the right point to create one of the coolest things that we've ever seen. It was destiny.
For sure. Might have to look into getting some new RAM at this point. That might be part of the problem. But Six, any other final thoughts from today's tournament?
Pokemon Puzzle League. It will never get boring.
at the end of the day, Pokemon Puzzle League is kind of the ultimate winner. We're absolutely sure. Maybe in some way we all won today, in some form or fashion. But that is it for the Brock Open. Congratulations to FFR Pro for going back-to-back in the first ever monthly Pokemon Puzzle League tournaments. Tune in next month for the Misty Open. That is going to take place, currently scheduled for January 18th. So mark your calendars for that date, and we will hopefully see you then. But before that, we've got a couple of Tetris Attack tournaments to get through. Qualifying is open right now for the Gargantua Blarg Open, the 6th leg of the Tetris Attack 2025 Championship Series that will be taking place on the 21st. So if you are watching live, you have plenty of time to get involved in the qualifying for that. If you're keeping up with the series on YouTube, well, by this point you've missed the mark. So hopefully you'll join us for the next one, which will actually be set for January 4th. That is the Lungefish Open. See what we did there? Stage 7 is the name of the 7th monthly tournament. So the Lungefish Open will be happening on January 4th, 2 weeks before the Misty Open, happening on the 18th. So we're keeping the train rolling, puzzlers. Every 2 weeks we've got a new puzzle tournament until the March Tetris Attack Major. So make sure you stay tuned in to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners, because we will definitely be bringing you constant puzzle action, no matter what your flavor of choice is. But again, this has been a long enough broadcast. Let's get out of here and enjoy the rest of our weekends. For FFR Pro 21 and 6, and everyone at the League of Puzzle Speedrunners that played in the tournament and helped out behind the scenes, this has been Cards of the Heart, and until next time, everyone, happy puzzling.
GG.